Yo, Nyaja will say, it's your boy Mel's Mambo Beard here. It's been a while since I last posted a long video. Ni kwa sababu nimekuwa busy, up and down, unajua family, work, and just generally, as I always say, this content creation thing is not an easy thing to do. But hey, here we are today. Just wanted to, give you guys a shout out, and get to know how you're doing. I've been good. Now, Leo, this is a message going out to, all Africans who live in the diaspora. All Africans, it doesn't matter which part of Africa you come from, but generally all Africans, and then living in diaspora, whatever diaspora it is, America, Australia, UK, whatever diaspora it is. Now, I'm a bit, it's very, very annoying, especially when, we have a couple of Africans who live in diaspora, or rather those Africans who live in diaspora. You come here with the spirit of not wanting to see your fellow Africans prosper, especially at work. So kuna, this a bunch of these African people who, you tend to be your colleagues, mnapiga job pamoja, but for them sometimes are quite happy when they see you prospering. They're never happy. They fail to understand that we've come to, let's say, Australia. Australia is this is not our country. We've come here, we've come for different opportunities. We are all doing different things, and instead of us as Africans coming together, promoting each other, rejoicing in each other's wins, inakuwa ni the other way around. When an African is uko huku na you're doing your thing, una prosper, unapata kuna some other Africans who wanasikia mbaya, they're just wanatafuta smaller issues. Watakwambia utaanza kusema unajisikia sijui you're a boss here, I'm a supervisor, and sometimes it crop from even just something small. You're sharing with people your experiences, like unaweza ambia watu, I used to be in a previous job, this is how we used to do things, I was in a certain position. We're just sharing experiences. So, unashare na a bunch of Africans who wanaona ni kama unajisikia, wanaona ni kama wanaona, I don't know why they become threatened, So I feel like kuna just a bunch of Africans here who never really grow. You come from Africa with this mentality, and you come here, it's a different culture. Instead of you trying to grow, trying to emulate the culture here, and make positive decisions, or rather be positive about your attitude and everything, you're still going around talking behind people's backs, saying this and this about your fellow Africans. You're just trying your level best to bring them down as much as you can. It is not okay. It is not right. We are here. You don't know how many times I'm always happy to just go somewhere and bump into a black person, even if I'm not going to talk to them, but just seeing them makes me feel really, really happy. Like I'm like, oh, there's a black person here, there's a black person there, and it makes you feel a bit powerful. But these are the same people who don't want to see you prosper. They just want to see you fail all the time. They're the ones, like in a normal typical workplace where there's a bunch of Africans working together, there's never peace in that workplace. I don't know why. Utapata this African juu ameona huyu mwingine anafanya mistake, instead of them being there for them and waseme, hey, look, you should have done this way, or just helping out each other. Instead of doing that, unapata ndio wao wanakimbia wako huko, umeona vile yule amefanya, unaona vile huyo mjinga, unaona vile amefanya, unaona vile amefanya, unaona ajui kufanya vitu. What kind of energy is that? What kind of motivation is that? Instead of being there for each other, trying to uplift each other, we are there, stepping on each other, which is not the right thing to do. And I'm sorry to say that there's some of these Africans wamekuja hapa, I don't know whether they've come with this is a multicultural country. Australia is a multicultural country, so there's different cultures, and when you come to this country, basically you're supposed to try and adjust to some of there's the general Australian culture where you're supposed to try and adjust, and there's a spirit of teamwork, and there's a spirit of just being there for each other. You rarely find white people at a workplace trying to pin down each other. They rarely do that. There might be some cases, but for them, they're always very honest. If somebody sees you making the wrong choices or unsafe choices, they will come to you and say, hey man, we should have, this is how we do things, or you should have tried to do this and this. They try to support you to make the right choices or do the right things. But unapata kuna wale Afrika wamekuja huku, and I don't know whether some of them are just illiterate. They come here and it's really hard. Some of them have lived here for even over 10 years, but they still have that aspect of African culture in them. Yeah, it's not wrong to carry that aspect of African culture. Even me, I'm a stout believer in African culture. I want to raise my kids in a certain way, they should. That's what I advocate for that. But then there's small aspects here and there with the African culture that when you come here, you have to try and adjust. Like like let's a good example is the way we look at the girl child. In an African context, like where I come from, we look at things like let's say when a young person, or rather a girl, starts their periods, this is something that the mom or females are supposed to be involved with. We don't, as men, we don't overstep that. But when it comes to Australia and other different westernized countries, this is typically different. You find that when a woman starts going through the menstrual period of the cycle, men are equally involved. And given that sometimes we work with young people who are females, you should be able to tell them, or rather they should be very comfortable coming to you to ask for sanitary pads and all these things. But then we find there's those African ladies who come here with that, they still carry the African whatever with them here. So you see, like if they don't want you to get involved in these things, and which tends to affect the girl child in a different way. So look, Australia is a multicultural country. Totally people do different things here. When you come to Australia, try to adjust. And when you come to Australia or any other part of the world, if you are an African, do your best to uplift your brother or sister who's come from Africa. Do not pin them down. Do not step on them. Don't find mistakes. Don't try, if it's somebody, your colleagues are Africans, do not try to, make them lose their jobs, or, don't go around, spreading rumors or words about your African brothers and sisters. We should be there for each other. We should, have each other's backs. We are in a foreign land. We all came here with different reasons. But it doesn't mean that when we are here, we now try to step on each other's. At the end of the day, I'm your brother, I'm your sister, same skin color. You should be happy for your fellow Africans' progresses. This is not I'm speaking this because I've seen this happen in, several or numerous, there's been numerous experiences. There's a friend of mine from Nigeria who at one point, complained about how his fellow Nigerians are really trying to bring him down, and they're not happy with his progress. This is a guy who is very philanthropic, who tries to support other Nigerians who are coming here and trying to helping them rise up. But then there's other Nigerians who are here who are saying that, questioning why is the guy helping other people, what is his intention. They don't want to see him rise. They're like, wow. So they start looking for reasons to to just hate you. See, this is not okay. But I'm from Kenya. I've worked with the Kenyan ladies who especially ladies, Kenyan ladies who just they are, I don't know what the issue is. They just go and say things differently, like they just wanaongeza chumvi tu kwa vitu, like zile vitu umesema, those are not the things they go and say. Wana turn around, information inakuwa sijui aje, wanaenda wanasema hivi, like you as an African lady, a Kenyan lady, I'm your brother, we come from same place. Mbona unaenda unatupa maneno huku na huku, unasema hivi na hivi, unajaribu kufanya other people to hate me, what's that? Itakusaidia ni nini? How is it gonna help you? How is it gonna bring you more food on your table? Or how is it really gonna help you? I just need to understand. So the message today is very simple. As Africans, we are the ones who are preaching about unity, yet at the end of the day, when we find ourselves in foreign lands, we are trying to break that spirit of unity, by not trying to support each other, by not being there for each other, by not celebrating each other's wins. We should change. We should make it better. We should try to praise each other. We should try to uplift each other. If I come for help from you, acknowledge that I've come for help from you, and if you're able to help me, do it with one heart. Kama hauwezi nisaidia, it's okay. Unaniambia, look, hapa siwezi kusaidia hivi na hivi, but si kwa sababu sijui nini, na I should be able to understand. Unajua, sio eti nikuje kwako alafu uanze kusema jamaa blah blah, it doesn't make sense. Na sengine pia kama kuna kitu mimi mwenyewe naweza jifanyia, like something I can do, let's say job, tuko job, and this is something that I can do na niifanye poa, like I complete a certain task without even asking for support, because I'm confident I can complete it. The best thing for you to do is come and say, oh, you did a good job, you completed this, unajua, you uplift me, instead of wewe kwenda kusema, oh, alifanya hii kitu hata hakuja kuniuliza, hata hakuni-involve, blah blah. We should be able to give each other room to improve, to try and complete tasks. Completing a task without people's support, it's a good thing. Means that this person is, they're learning from, a workplace, and the best thing for you to do is uplift that person by saying, oh, you did really good, instead of you kwenda around kusema, oh, huyu mtu hata hakukuja kuniuliza hizi vitu na hakuni-involve in doing this and this at work, blah blah blah. It's not really a must that you're supposed to be involved. Saa zingine wacha watu wafanye vitu, let people learn from these things. Kama mtu atakuwa na shida, atakuuliza, atasema, hey, nimekwama hapa, but always give people chances to try and complete tasks, So just the general thing here is, I'm just upset that we come all the way from Africa, where we have been, oppressed. We've always wanted change. We are looking for something to unite us, unity. We are trying to advocate for this and this and that. And then we come to these countries like Australia, the US, and instead of coming here with a spirit of lifting one another, we still come here and try our best to see other people fail. Why do you want to see your fellow Africans fail? Why? What's the motive behind this? Why can't we just be there for each other when you come to these countries? Why can't we just try as much as we can to uplift each other? It's not going to cost you anything, it's even gonna bring more blessings to you. So I'm speaking to all Africans, Tanzanians, Ugandans, Congolese, Kenyans, everybody that is here. Do your best to uplift your brother or sister. Do not try to, or do not work against them. Don't stop that spirit of wanting to see the other person fail. It's never worth it. It's not gonna, take you anywhere. They won't give you the whole of Australia, or you're not gonna be the prime minister here just because you saw or you worked towards somebody else's failure. So let's live as brothers and sisters as we're here. We need each other. We are far away from our homes, so at the end of the day, we need each other. Needing each other doesn't mean that, we might need each other mentally, physically, financially, whatever way you need each other. But, let's try and be there for each other. Let's try and make sure that, we are uplifting our fellow brothers and sisters. I, myself, I do my best not to, I do my best not to see an African fail. I always wish that each and every African who is living in the diaspora, they get to rise, they get to achieve whatever they want to achieve, and we win at the end of the day as Africans. That's what the purpose should be. So look, I had to take this out of my heart. Whoever is gonna watch this video, whoever, I don't know where you come from, but if you're gonna watch this video and this video uplifts you or changes the way you reason, or changes the way you look at things, then I'll be happy. So yeah, let's try to be there for each other, man. We are living in times where things are not really easy. We don't know what's gonna happen. But we still remain very optimistic and positive, and that's the way to go. Thank you for watching, and stay woke. I'm out.